This week has been all about replenishing stocks and planning the next big cookout. Looking for all the best ingredients to create those amazing recipes. I get inspired by things I see all around, the colors in Harare, the people, all of the amazing things happening around Zimbabwe. Cooking Cook has given me such a new passion to explore food and determine a new Zimbabwean menu, trying to figure out what new things we can do as a country to sell our beautiful nation to the rest of the world. Working with the old and introducing a bit of new stuff is one thing that I'm really passionate about. Working with local producers, finding out all of the amazing things that are being grown around the country and seeing how to infuse them in some of the things that I've learned cooking around the world. Look out for more recipes. Support my initiative by liking my page, watching the show, trying out your recipes and adding a few of your own ideas. Come on people, let's get cooking. I don't know what it is, but when I wake up in the morning, there's always like 4 ingredients that always stick out. Eggs, ham, onion, and cheese. One of the coolest breakfasts that you'll make is an omelet, where you just combine a lot of these ingredients and put them into a pan and just bung that under the oven and let it bake until it's nice and crispy and golden at the top. And then you can always serve that with potatoes. In this case I served them with potatoes that were left over from dinner last night. And that's it. Very good friend of mine and award-winning hip-hop producer, Begotten Son, Kudagwashe Msasiwa, always invites us to his place for what he calls disease. The kids are there, all of our wives are there, and we basically put some meat on the braai stand. It was inspired by the January disease, where basically when you run out of money, you basically use your last money in January and then like buy a whole bunch of meat. And for me, this was a perfect opportunity to try my red hot spicy honey barbecue wings. So basically all we did is we took some honey, a couple of tablespoons of honey, cayenne pepper, olive oil, salt and pepper, and a bit of soy sauce, and smothered those chicken wings. This marinade, let your chicken sit in this particular marinade overnight so that it really gets into the nice little cracks. And I like the idea of using the wings because the ratio of flesh to bone just gives it very excellent flavor. Look at how beautiful those look. This particular recipe is inspired by the whole expression, don't keep all your eggs in one basket. So I decided to keep all of my eggs in different baskets. And in order to do this particular recipe, what we need to do is chop up a couple of mushrooms. And then what we're going to do is we're going to separate 6 large eggs. So remove the egg whites, put them in one container, and remove the yolks and put them in another container. We're going to use them all. Whisk your egg whites until they form stiff peaks. You'll know that your egg whites are ready because you'll be able to turn over your container, and then the eggs won't fall out like this. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to cream our yolks, which is basically just mixing them up and then putting a bit of milk and putting that on a moderate heat on the stove. We don't want to scramble the eggs. Add your cheeses. In this case, I added some cheddar cheese, lots of Parmesan cheese, and then we throw in our mushrooms. Next, we're going to take our store-bought phyllo pastry and cut them up into small squares, and just using melted butter, just brush over your phyllo pastry. Brush over your phyllo pastry as you put them into your muffin tins. Don't try and be neat about it. We want to create these nice parcels that look like petals on a flower, I guess. And what we'll begin to do now is we're going to start folding in our egg white. We're going to start folding in our egg white a little bit at a time. Remember to fold, don't mix. We want to keep the air in there so that the eggs will rise really nicely. Okay, then we're going to spoon in our egg mixture into those parcels, just right up until the top. It's going to rise just a little bit when it's in the oven, but not that much. Bake that in an oven at 200 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes or until they're golden brown at the top. Now that they're ready, transfer them onto your plate, serve them with bacon. And that's all of Carl's eggs in different baskets. When I was living in England, I was introduced to a dish that combined two of my favorite elements. I love fish. I love fish and seafood in general, and I also love mashed potatoes. I have frozen fish in the refrigerator, and I prefer to cook this fish from when it's frozen because then it becomes a bit moist. I don't overcook it when it's in the oven. So what I start off with is my prawns, and I put a layer of prawns at the bottom. Then I put my frozen tilapia on top of the prawns and season it with my Cajun seasoning and a bit of salt. Then I pour over a bit of cream onto the tilapia, let that seep through to the prawns at the bottom. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to start working on our mashed potatoes. We boiled our potatoes. We add a bit of milk, add a bit of cheese to taste initially as well, and butter, and mash the potatoes. Once we've finished mashing our potatoes, we'll put our potatoes on top of our fish mixture. And just make sure it's nice and neat on the top, and then finish it off with some grated cheddar cheese. On top, because that will bake very nicely and go golden brown and create a nice crunchy top for our fish. Now our fish is going to cook really nicely in the oven at 200 degrees until the cheese is golden brown at the top. What will happen inside is that all those juices from the fish will come down onto the prawns as well, and that cream in there will just create a nice sauce, which we'll finish off by adding some parmesan cheese. So that's our fisherman's pie, served with a couple of florets of broccoli and that parmesan cheese just to finish off that sauce with the juices that have come from the fish.
Mr. Green.
It began in Africa.
JC, that international African. You don't know? Get to know. Check my swagger from head to toe. Look, the way I'm speaking, phonetic flow. Listen, I know the
Visit our website www.kalkencook.tv or download our cool app. Or you can simply watch Carl Can Cook at home on Fridays at 8 a.m. on ZBC. Follow the easy recipes on our YouTube channel. My recipes will make you look so cool in front of your mates. So please go ahead and share all my links with the rest of your friends. And that is the Carl Can Cook Easy Guide to Carl Can Cook. My absolute favorite pizza in the world is Hawaiian pizza, which basically has ham, which is pork, and pineapple and cheese. And this particular recipe is inspired by that. So I call it a Deconstructed Hawaiian. And basically what I did is I grilled my pork chops, just slightly seasoned with salt and pepper, and then cut segments of the pineapple and put them on the griddle pan, and just to make sure they got like really cool markings and caramelized. And all we do basically is just finish that off with some new potatoes that have been boiled and then dusted with parmesan cheese, and voila, Carl's Deconstructed Hawaiian.
African is what's poppin'.
So over the weekend I was invited to something really exciting and very different, like out of the realm of the things that I normally do. I was invited to be a judge at the Arcadia Braai Master. Now, this is an annual event that's held, and what I love about Arcadia is just the incredible sense of history and the incredible sense of community that's there, and all of the different innovations that we got to see. So many different recipes on offer, so many different contraptions. All the teams were up at it, competing to try and show who was the ultimate Braai Master. I got to try so many different recipes: chicken, seafood, pork, beef. So many different recipes were there on offer. I learned so much. And also being on a panel of experienced judges and top chefs from Harare, this was such an incredible occasion for me. Thank you so much for watching Carl Can Cook. I'll leave you today with the sights of my ham and cheese sandwich. That's just a grilled ham and cheese sandwich. So what we started with was brown bread, a bit of chutney, some ham, and then grated cheese. And then we just put that under the grill until it was nice and golden brown. See you guys next week on Carl Can Cook.